So here I have a model that was provided to me. They've already cut away what they don't want and have just the section that they want. Now the problem is that it's still a zero density model. So I need to make this actually printable. Um, so what I'm going to end up doing, there are two ways I can kind of go about doing this. One is super easy, and that's using the analysis tool, or analysis on the inspector tool. It'll show me the section, in this case the blue highlighted line is where it has found a problem, and I will allow it to fix that automatically. And there I have a nice solid head. Now this is one solid chunk. It may not be something that you want. When you're 3D printing, time and material and all those kinds of things go into how much your print is going to cost you. Also, the more material you use, the more time it takes to print, the more likelihood you're going to fail. There's going to be some sort of problem that creeps up in the middle of your print or somewhere along those lines, and it has an issue. So, maybe you want to make this hollow, or maybe you want to make this more mask-like, for lack of a better descriptor. So if I have this hole here, I can select the entire unit under Edit and go to the Offset tool. And then I can choose some sort of descriptor for offset, the offset distance. For example, if I use 10 millimeters, as soon as the computer catches up with me, you can see here we have it's offset to the outside of the object. I've lost the features and detail out here because of the offset. The inside's really kind of nice, so maybe you want to make some ice cubes or something. There you go. So if you want to go the other direction, then you're going to need to use a negative modifier. So if I do -10 and everything catches up, you see the exact opposite thing happen, where I've retained the outside mesh and detail and all fun stuff, and I've just kind of gotten thicker on the inside. Now, for our particular instance, I only probably need about 4 millimeters. I don't need this. I don't need a full centimeter of thickness here for what this is going to print as. So we can knock it down to maybe 4 or something. That'll probably give it some decent thickness and decent kind of structure. The thickness is also going to be something you'd want to consider when you're doing a scan. Sometimes the model that you've created will be very, very thin in certain spots, like maybe just a little dot over here or something. Might be a little thin. You can kind of see the graphical glitch a little bit. That's probably something that was a thin spot. You might want to clean that kind of thing up before you do anything. There are tools in MeshMixer to help you do that. So keep that in mind. Another thing, when you're using the offset tool, you want to make sure that the connected checkbox is checked. Otherwise, you will end up with exactly 2 shells, and you'll need to connect those somehow. So by using the connected toolbox, it's actually made it as one solid object as opposed to anything else. You can kind of see my inner shell was this orange, my outer shell is this gray, and it's connected by this green section here, indicating that's all one solid object. Some other things that you can do when you're looking to 3D print is cleaning up and reducing your polygons. You're reducing your triangle count. There are a lot of good videos out there about that kind of stuff. Maybe I'll be able to do one someday, but for right now, not going to happen. So that's another thing you might want to take into consideration when you're looking to 3D print something, is what kind of detail and depth and all that kind of fun stuff you're looking at. Because sometimes it may not be necessary, or it's absolutely necessary. All kind of depends on what you're looking to do with your model.